Hi everybody, this is Mitch, and today we will be talking about the Paladin. Yes. Now, the Paladin is a very interesting character. Um, it's kind of a cross between the fighter and the cleric a little bit. It's got, the good base attack bonus, the special mount. They're really good fighters all in all. They don't get defeats though, but they do get all the weapon and armor proficiencies for the most part, other than I don't think they get tower shields. But other than that, they get all the same proficiencies. Now, how they're like the cleric, they get turn undead. They get a pretty good number of healing things. They're actually not that bad of a class. They have a decent amount of healing, a little bit better than the rangers with their spells. Plus, they have lay on hands, remove disease, all sorts of good stuff like that. Um, they're a good class. Now, to play the Paladin, they're an interesting one. The Paladin is the DM's best friend. Because other character classes, the DM has to figure out some way to motivate the characters into doing what the DM wants them to. Okay, the kingdom's under attack. How are we going to motivate the players? Well, we can throw some money at them. If they're a cleric, their god wants them to do it. Maybe the leader of the temple that they worship at tells them to go. Um, if it's a wizard, maybe this enemy somehow has some divine secret, some arcane secrets or something. For a ranger or a druid, the woods are under attack. I don't know. You got to come up with something. Is the point. Now, with the paladin, the kingdom's under attack. Okay, that's the paladin's just going to volunteer right there. He's going to be the first one to volunteer as soon as he realizes that someone is in trouble and they need his help. I mean, that's just how the paladin is. The knight in shining armor, the gallant hero. He's just your really stereotypical hero type. Uh, Very pure of heart. In fact, he can't tolerate any impurities, which can be kind of a problem because if the other characters start doing some impure stuff like, ooh, maybe there's some character that's kind of giving him a bad deal, so they're going to try and cheat him out or something. The Paladin's not going to have any of that, and he's not going to let the other players get away with it. The Paladin, he's an interesting one. He can be a problem for the players, and he's your DM's best friend. He's an interesting character to try and work with, because yeah, he's going to be basically second mini DM in a way. So that can really annoy players, and it can really help the DM out. But it's a good class. It gets turn undead 3 levels lower than the cleric. It gets it's got a lot of power. The special mount makes paladins really good on mounted combat. That's really the way that paladins are meant to be focused. Mounted combat. Ride their mount, and yeah. Um, but you don't. They're not just mounted. They can only do the mount for so long. So, they can still dungeoneer and stuff like that. They're still pretty good at that. But mounted combat's really their focus. Um, just kind of is. There's really no way around that with the way that the class is designed. It's also a really good secondary healer. Actually, the best of the secondary healers. I'd say probably better than the Bard a little bit. The Bard probably gets a little bit more spells, but those spells can be used for a lot of other stuff. The Paladin, they don't get a whole lot for spells. They don't get any cure spells at second level, but still, they get a lot of, they get first, third, and fourth level, so they get a decent number of them. And there's not a lot else they can do. Um, yeah, there's definitely stuff. It's not like cure's their only spell. They have several others, but not a lot of them are that useful. Create water, bless water. They can be useful in certain situations, but in a combat scenario, yeah, no. I'll dump a bucket of water over their heads. Yeah, that might slow them down for a little bit, but for the most part, you were being an idiot if you tried that. That's more for, you know, if you find yourself in a situation where you can't find water and you're going to dehydrate. That's really the only time. That's really the main time that comes in handy. There's other creative uses too, but still, yeah, the Paladin, I mean, they're great against undead. They're great with a sword. They're a great class, all in all. Um, yeah, they're a healer type class. They're a combat healer, is really what they are, and they're the gallant hero. Um, I haven't really had a lot of experience playing as the Paladin or with anybody who's a Paladin, largely because, well, it's hard to find people that really want to have that stigma of the the hero that can do no wrong, like literally can do no wrong, because if they do, well, yeah, that's going to be a problem. So yeah, I know. I mean, with Paladins, there's also Blackguard is the prestige class that kind of goes hand in hand with that in the DMG. A lot of people know what that one is. Basically, it's just an evil paladin, um, which basically it's a paladin that was just as good as every other paladin, but for some reason or other decided to something changed him and made him go evil, and he became more like a rogue and got some poison abilities and stuff. So yeah, not a whole lot else to talk about him, other than, I mean, their mount is kind of a summon. I mean, it's not like that's something that they have all the time. Like I was saying, they can only have them for like a few hours or whatever. I'm not. It's been a while since I played them. I can't remember exactly how long they go, but yeah, they can only stay out for a little while, and it is a summon. It's a little better than like summon, like an actual summon Nature's Ally or a summon monster or anything like that. But still, and it does have to be a mount, something that the paladin can ride, generally like a horse or something. Basically, the special mount is usually just a horse with a bunch of extra HD, kind of like a ranger or a druid if they took a horse as their animal companion. Be somewhat similar to that, at least comparable. But yeah, like I said, there's not a whole lot more other than they get their nice little auras that you know help out and stuff. But anyways, if there's anything you guys wanted to talk about, feel free to say in the comments below. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Anyways, I've been Mitch. I'll be seeing you.